The 3 words I would use to describe Sierra: committed. Because once she's in, she's all in.
She's kind.
Resilient.
She's hardworking.
I guess I'll use angry. It's an angry intensity, and anger to be great.
Stubborn. She's stubborn like me. So I like the fact how obviously a little part of me in her. Young Sierra was extremely competitive. I was able to coach her from like a tough love perspective. The mental game was the first thing that we talked about. She just did not like to fail. And that wasn't just with softball, it was everything that she did. She always looked at it as being competitive against herself.
My dad was more of like the harsher, very like on you, but I also don't think that that was necessarily a bad thing. My expectations were just so high because I knew I could do it.
I've got to work with Sierra from the high school age era where you're kind of inventing and kind of finding out who you are. The talent was indescribable. Sierra was learning how to channel that fire, that anger, that intensity into her skill. Putting a 14-year-old player into an 18U program, one of the elite programs in America, that was never a problem for her.
I was coming in trying to compete and beat them, but that was when I really matured, I feel like, as an athlete.
People use the term intensity or they use focus. I think those are overused words. Sometimes an anger to be great. It's a complete fire and it overwhelms you to be really, really good. And that's what she had at a very young age on until today. People see the field, the games, the hits, or whatever the case may be. Sierra's primary concern is her family.
My favorite highlight of Sierra's playing career was she was a senior. Sorry. Just because I was so proud of her. You know, the fact that she went to Michigan, she could have gone to any school she wanted to, but she decided that she wanted to go out of state, you know, be different, and getting the degree as well. That was probably the most important. So that was probably the most proud I've been of her.
Hutch definitely taught me how to lead. I feel like she is the reason why I am the way I am today. She is why I ask for more, I demand more. I've always been that person who it's like, okay, I won something, but I'm always like, what do I need to do next? I got drafted right after my senior year. 2019, I'm playing with USSSA Pride. I tore my ACL, partially tore my meniscus. I had to have 3 surgeries to fix it. It took me out for 3 years. I kind of had to relearn to walk. Mentally, I had been just like through the ringer.
You rediscover yourself. You rediscover who you are. That fighter, as much as you get knocked down, you rediscover that fighter and that energy and that just anger to get better and get back.
In order to get what you want, you have to work for it. And you have to work hard. It's not always going to be easy, but who wants easy, right?
The comeback to it was by far the most frustrating thing I'd ever been a part of. For me, it was I didn't want that to be what took me out. Like, I want to go out on my own terms. You change your game up and you figure out how to still compete at a high level, and it's been fun figuring that out. And when I got to AU, like, I took that professional mindset that I always had and I kind of just took it to another level. My experience at Athletes Unlimited has been amazing. I feel like ignited like my love again for the game.
Watching just her grow as a person and a player. I mean, the highs, the lows, all of it, she wouldn't be who she is today without that.
I think she's going to make the game, you know, better, and she's going to grow the game and continue to do so even after she stops playing.
She wants to see everyone rise and win together.
To me, like, I did my job, and then hopefully when I walk away from the game, when that athlete comes in and fills my shoes, they're getting that nice check. They're getting royalties. They're getting the things that they deserve.